like to say a welcome to all the 20-odd thousand subscribers who've subscribed in the last 2 weeks. It's absolutely phenomenal. And you might not know how we do things around here just yet. On Saturday, we have a Saturday show. We answer some of your comments. On a Sunday, what we do is we go through the rest of the news throughout the week that we didn't have time to talk about. So with that in mind, let's jump into today's Sunday roundup.
We don't have intros for this for this bit.
We don't script intros.
No. So
that's why these are shit. First up, in what is sure to rile up some people, the creator of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons and the newly announced A Way Out has referred to the PS4 as a 5-year-old PC. Yosef Fares told Engadget, "You want the honest truth? This machine is not so strong as you think. This is like a 5-year-old PC. If consoles were as powerful as PCs are today, you would see all different games. Most of the work developers put out there is to make them work on consoles." So in Fares' opinion, consoles are holding back game development because developers have to make sure games will run on the lowest end hardware, and it sounds like Fares is frustrated by the limitations that console development brings.
When we get accused of being Sony ponies and stuff, this is kind of where the truth comes out. And someone says PlayStation 4 is like a 5-year-old PC, and we go, yeah, probably.
We agree.
Not older than that, maybe. It's something that's kind of a fair point. Is as a developer, maybe he's frustrated that he wants to make these kind of games and he just can't achieve it on PlayStation 4, and he reckons that gaming as a whole would be a lot better if all machines were like PCs.
Yeah.
That's not really economically practical. There's a reason consoles exist, and it's because they're cheap and they're really easy to use, which is not the case with PCs. So that's kind of the trade-off there. I've got a PC, so I agree with him. I want gaming to be better, and I've put my money down on that, and I'm willing to do it again in the future when it comes to upgrading. I really want gaming to be awesome, but that's not really realistic.
The fact that he's willing to go out there and criticize the PlayStation the way that he's done. You don't see it that often. Like, he's firing shots here, big shots at Sony. I think these kind of comments are great for the console war, and for those deniers out there, there is a console war, and it doesn't happen down in the comments of videos like this. It happens here, right now. So what is happening here is that somebody's criticizing Sony, and what tends to happen is Sony come out and retaliate. Exactly the same thing as what happened with Microsoft when they were getting all that criticism about not having enough games. What did they do? They showed up at E3 with 42 games on display. So I think it's great for the industry as a whole when people criticize each other. I think it's awesome. Rant's over.
That's exactly it. Why do you whine so much? Why all this channel does is complain. Complaining, protesting, challenging, the way things are is what makes things better. It's as simple as that.
It'd be interesting to see what happens over the next few days, because Sony will come out with something to kind of offset this criticism. I guarantee it.
Input?
He's just saying, we want to make better games, but the PlayStation is dragging us down. Don't make games for PlayStation then. Just don't do it. Make a PC exclusive, give the PC Master Race something to be proud of, and
shut the f*** up.
Yeah, exactly.
I felt like he started his rant on stage, and then he didn't know where he was going. He just needed a way out.
When in doubt, Sony.
You totally ruined my joke then, Jake.
I'm so sorry.
I was setting myself up for a punchline, and then you just like...
Guys, I'm sorry. I am.
It's alright.
So, in a completely unintentional lining up of stories right next to each other, in another story that is sure to piss people off, Chris Tector, software architect for Forza 7, has said that the Xbox One X will achieve the same results as a multi-$1,000 PC in Forza 7. Tector said, "So rather than hoping you can afford a multi-$1,000 PC that can achieve it, we're going to have people playing at console, native 4K, 60 frames a second. It's gonna be awesome, baby."
Where'd that baby come from? It's gonna be awesome, baby.
Do you want me to commit to this or not? Microsoft have been boasting about the power of the Xbox One X back before it had even been released, so it shouldn't come as any surprise that a first-party developer is singing the console's praises, specifically how powerful it is. Side note, Forza 7 will also be one of the largest games ever at launch, with an estimated file size of just 100 gigabytes.
I don't know, guys, does this grate with you, the fact that or are you excited about the prospect that the Xbox One X will run a certain specific racing game with the same capability as a high-end PC?
Just
I don't know.
Wait for Digital Foundry in it. That's always what I say.
Yeah.
That sounds very exciting, that kind of idea, but then you're dismissing people who've kind of spent thousands of dollars on a PC who will have more powerful hardware. So you got to kind of
guaranteed it's going to run better, and it just sounds like a hype man, doesn't it?
Exactly. You got to take it with a grain of salt. Just wait for Digital Foundry in it. Digital Foundry are the gods of this kind of stuff. just check it out when they cover it. They'll tell you exactly how equal that is. And in very positive news this week, after much deliberation and negotiations, IO Interactive, the developers of the Hitman series, negotiated a management buyout with their bastard owners, Square Enix. This means IO are now technically an indie developer. Studio head Hakan Abrak posted a statement to the company's website which read, "I am proud to announce today that IOI is now officially an independent studio. We have successfully concluded our negotiations with Square Enix and have agreed to a management buyout. Crucially, we will keep all the rights to the Hitman IP. To celebrate their newfound independence, IO have put the entire first season of Hitman on sale, and they removed the controversial de novo DRM system from the game. They've also made the first episode of the game completely free to play. They offered thanks to their fans and the community for their messages of support." I was really happy about this because it's a good developer, it's a good game. Hitman was touted by some people as Game of the Year material, and then Square Enix, because they had this strategy of breaking it up into installments and all that, and it backfired. Strategy. So because of their bad management, that game didn't do as well, and now IO, it was looking shaky for them for a while, but they've sorted it out. So that's awesome.
They're independent now, and it speaks volumes for the first thing they do when they get disconnected from the publisher is they sack the de novo DRM off. And they
give it away.
They put it on sale and give it away. It's like as soon as you take the publishers out of the equation, the developers, the good guys, in most of these situations do a good thing.
Jake is nodding his head like a mother in the background.
It speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It goes to show how much power publishers have and how shitty they can make. That they've been dying to do this for ages. They haven't even let the dust settle.
Yeah. And, the first thing they do is the anti-consumer practices. They throw them out the window.
So exciting. If you're a fan of Hitman, this is exactly what you can hope for, which I am. So.
Nice one, IO. And if you were expecting to see a Tomb Raider sequel at E3 this year, you would have been disappointed. But a recent leak has shown off what may in fact be the newest iteration in the series. A NeoGAF user found what appears to be a bunch of promotional art for a game called Shadow of the Tomb Raider that was hosted on the website of a marketing firm. The artwork shows Lara Croft in what looks like a Mayan temple, which suggests the game could be set somewhere in Central America. This is the second leak for Shadow of the Tomb Raider after someone snapped a picture of an Eidos Montreal employee's laptop, which had a PowerPoint presentation on it with the Shadow of the Tomb Raider logo.
Next up, EA's newest IP, Anthem, also known as the Bob Dylan of video games, is said to be the start of a 10-year journey for BioWare which begins at launch. Talking on the Xbox Daily Show at E3, EA Vice President Patrick Soderlund said Anthem is a social game where you and your friends go out on quests and journeys. It's a game that we've been working on for almost 4 years now, and it's a game that, once we launch it next year, will be the start of maybe a 10-year journey for us. If this all sounds a little bit familiar, it's because Bungie and Activision said exactly the same thing about Destiny back when the game launched in 2014, and subsequently went on to announce the sequel, which arrives this year. How's that for 10-year support?
Also this week, Hideo Kojima is a guy famed for his notoriously complicated narratives and ideas. So when he explained the premise of his upcoming game Death Stranding to his development team, none of them actually understood what he was on about. During a Q&A session at E3 2017, Kojima talked at length about the development of Death Stranding, saying, "I was trying to make something new and something different. So for me, I personally think that if people are opposed to you, then you're on the right track. That is game making for me." Kojima's development team aren't the only ones who have no idea what's going on in Death Stranding. Sean Layden, the president of Sony Interactive Entertainment, who has played a small section of the game, said that he couldn't explain to you what the game is. And even the star of the game, Mads Mikkelsen, has said he has no idea what the game is actually about. Mads Mikkelsen, if he says he is in it, he's a voice actor, he has red lines. He has become a character and expressed that character to camera.
No idea what it's
he doesn't know what it's about. I mean, that's amazing. The president of Sony Interactive Entertainment, Death Stranding is a Sony exclusive, and they are funding this game. They're like, this is going to be ours. Like, yes, they're going to be marketing it. They're going to be doing all the full publisher stuff. The president of that company doesn't know what the game's about. That's amazing. Like, you gotta love Hideo Kojima, but who else could get away with that?
It, yeah. Last up this week, software developer Abhishek Singh has recreated the first level of Super Mario Bros. In augmented reality for the Microsoft HoloLens. Using the HoloLens headset, Singh recreated the stage and all its obstacles, which are then displayed in the vision of whoever is wearing the headset. The demo lets players jump on top of Goombas and hit blocks to get coins, just like the original Mario Bros. But now you can do it for real. Singh's demo also also lets players use their hands to throw fireballs, granted they pick up the fire flower first. It looks like a great bit of tech, but it does carry the real risk of making you look like a right bellend.
I just want to point out, this is something I pointed out in the office a couple of times as well. Carl Pilkington predicted this exact thing in the Ricky Gervais podcast about 10 to 12 years ago. He said that we'll be wearing goggles, looking through your phone, looking through your device of some kind, and you'll see a different world in the lens, right? He was laughed off that thing by Ricky Gervais, call him a psycho, call him an idiot for having no idea what he was on about, right? And then lo and behold, it's like, it's reality. We've watched videos of this thing unfolded on YouTube. I just wanted to say, Carl, I remembered. And yeah, who's laughing now, Carl? It's just amazing that you can, walk down the park and
we the reason we included this in today's roundup is because we thought it's just so inventive for this guy. It's such an awesome thing that he's done, and it looks pretty smart too, and it sparks your imagination as to what could be done in future in the same kind of thing. But the takeaway from this story is Carl Pilkington, the visionary.
Yeah, genius, gaming genius. Who knew?
Bullshit. So that's it for our news roundup this week. What caught your eye? Let us know down in the comments below. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new around here. Check out some more of our content around about here on your screen, and you can support us on Patreon through that link right about there. We will see you again in the next video. Until then, bye for now.